I'm going to Atlanta, then Boston, and then Austin. And I feel like I have to pack for so many different climates. I just can't believe I'm actually doing it. And I also don't have a job anymore right now currently. I'm also flying standby. Like this whole entire week I'm flying standby. I'm scared as hell, but I'm so excited. I have a flight to catch, so I need to do it. I have multiple flights to catch, so I need to do it.
Right! ATL, cruising in the ATL, cruising in the ATL, we be cruising in the ATL. Right!
I made it to my Airbnb. Well, first of all, guys, remember how the whole reason why I wanted to go on a trip was because I had Clear, and I'm never gonna have Clear again in my life? Well, I've been flying on JetBlue, and the JetBlue from JFK does not have Clear. While doing my research coming here, I found out that there's this thing called Film Bar Mondays. I found them on Facebook, and even before finding them on Facebook, like I don't even know where I found them, honestly, or heard about them. I found them on Facebook and I joined the group, and they're meeting at a bar tonight. And now I have to get ready to go. It's literally the whole reason why I'm here, and to explore the city, but I honestly am pretty tired. Everything, like, inside of me is maybe saying, hey, maybe don't go out tonight. Maybe just stay in bed and, like, watch TV or something. I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. I should not do that. I need to go out. Like, the whole reason why I wanted to get here on Mondays particularly is to go to this event. I'm just so scared. Okay, but I have to get ready now because I'm pretty sure it started already. I just got back and it was pretty cool. I met some people. I ate some really good fish tacos. This is the second Monday of the month, so they meet at the po' boy shop. And it's really cool, actually. You walk in and there's like the regular kind of food place, and I was gonna order there and eat up there because I honestly was really hungry. The guy taking my order was like, are you going to be dining in or taking out? And I said dining in. And he said, are you going downstairs? And I said, yeah. And he was like, you can go downstairs, there's a full service downstairs. Boom. So I go downstairs and immediately my eyes are to the floor because I'm scared. And I go straight to the bar. I take a seat and there's just grown men around me. I order some shrimp tacos and a margarita. Yeah. And there's like baseball footage on the screen, and I'm like trying to watch. And I'm like trying to scope around, like who here could look like they're a part of Film Bar Mondays. So I honestly am just sitting there and I'm like, what the freak? I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I felt like this. I truthfully felt like that. I'm sitting there and I'm catching up on my text messages. And I'm like trying to see like I can do this. And then I'm like halfway through my margarita. I'm like, you know what? If I can finish the rest of this, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna look around. I'm just gonna take a look. Cause I hear like commotion behind me, but I'm like eating my tacos, like I don't really want to deal with it. But then halfway through the margarita, I'm like, you know what? And like I actually was thinking of ways how to socialize. Like there was a moment where I had my chips and salsa and then someone sat next to me and I was gonna offer them to eat my chips and salsa with me or for me. But then at this point I realized I already double dipped, so I don't want to I don't want to make them uncomfortable. So I finished my shrimp tacos, and I noticed in the back that there's like little games and stuff. So I'm like, okay, once I finished, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what I can play. And like, there's people surrounding there, so like, what if I just like get into a group? Who knows? But what ended up happening was I had to pay, and this is when I realized that my credit and debit card are not here. I don't know where they are. I have no idea where they are. And thankfully, they take Apple Pay. So I pay with Apple Pay. And I head up and I go straight to the back. And there's like 2 pool tables, some dart games, a Pac-Man, and some like casino games. And I'm like, okay, cool, I want to play Pac-Man. So I go, and it looks like it needs 25 cents. I only have 2 $20 bills with me, right? I don't want to break those into 25 cents. So I'm kind of standing there, like, looking at the other machines, like, oh, what else can I do? Then I realize I don't really know what to do. So then I start heading towards the table, and on the table there's a pitcher of water, some cups there, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just drink some water, look around some more, and thankfully I found my table. I just start sipping on some water, and then somebody turns back at me, and then I'm like, hey. I was like, is this Fillmore Mondays? And he was like, yeah, it is. And I was surrounded by people, and I talked to people. I talked to some people. And they all said I had big lady balls. Well, first of all, they got mixed up. They said they thought that I had like dropped everything and just moved to Atlanta to pursue like my career here. No, it was cool. I didn't really regret it. I learned a lot. I learned that in order to be a better director, it's probably important to take an acting class or 2 to know what an actor has to go through, to learn some acting theories. I learned that social media might be a big thing to have when you're networking. I learned that anything could be writing, even this. Even just like talking into your phone a memo of like a story, that it could be writing. I learned that a lot of writing sometimes does have to do with what you're going through, and it's okay to put yourself out there and your story. I learned that it's not who you know, but who knows you. I learned that Luke Skywalker realized that he was just playing George Lucas in Star Wars. Like, that was just him. Like, Luke is George, and he just like was always just channeling George. I learned how to tell a difference between a scam job post and a real job post. These are all things that these men taught me today. So, and they gave me a bunch of recommendations of what to do while I'm here. And yeah, honestly, I think the hard part is kind of over. If the rest of the trip was just me, like, spending time with myself, going to places and eating by myself, and like going to museums and walking around, like, that sounds really fun to me. Regardless, though, almost everyone who I met today always moved from somewhere else, like another state. Like, I met people from Delaware, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and they all moved here to Atlanta for the film industry. And they've been living here for most of them over 5 years. So, work exists. But the one thing that they all kind of like had a collective understanding of was that they were all kind of unemployed sometimes. And also, it's just really uncertain. Everything is really uncertain. And don't have a big head. You probably don't know as much as you think you do. Come in, ask questions, be curious, and talk. Yeah. I've been up for hours. I'm hungry, and I just want to go outside. But I was on my computer for a little while doing some stuff for South by, because you need to reserve for so much stuff, and also the movies and stuff, and I got my pass too late. So a lot of the movies that I want to see are not available to be reserved for, meaning that I have to wait for them, like waiting in line before I get into the theater, which is crazy. I feel like this whole trip is just on standby, honestly. But I'm hungry and I need to eat, and I want to go outside and explore and get out of this room. And I was up for a couple hours, honestly, and I should have done what I was doing right now, but instead I was scrolling. But you know what? What can we do? I can imagine my stomach being full while walking around a museum with breakfast food in my and a coffee. That is what I want. My ultimate final form. Ah, yes. Do I have lotion for my knees? I'm not sure. Also featuring my scars where I crash landed into a glass door. Yeah. What the fleep, it's so pretty. What the hell? You don't see the shit where I'm from. No, seriously, you really don't. It's gorgeous. I am so hungry, but I'm surprisingly not hangry right now. Because I am a bitch who gets hangry. Oh my god, look at that purple-ish house. It's like purple pink. It's too cute. And the door's turquoise. Like, what the freak? No, it's true. The rumors are true. I am a hangry bitch. When I get hungry, I get really hangry. Like, angry. I need to be fed. And once I'm fed, I'm a little better. Oh my god. Those things scared me. I thought those were humans. I don't know what the fuck they are, but are they statues? Ayo! Sorry. I'm good, how are you?
Best I ever had. Best I ever had.
That was my first time ever having like a real southern biscuit. I've only ever had my biscuits before from Popeyes, dead ass. And if anyone could tell me what kind of jam that was, like next to the hollandaise sauce, which by the way, I asked for grits because I've also never really had grits before. And I don't think she heard me. And I still got potatoes. And at the end of the service, she asked me if I could leave her a review. And I didn't really know how to break it to her that I didn't ask for potatoes, and I still left her a 5-star review. Because she was actually really nice. She gave me water to go, which is extremely helpful because I'm walking to the museum now and it's like a 20-minute walk. I put some butter and some of that jam on my biscuit and it was really good. And the potatoes were so hot, they like popped in my mouth and kind of burned the roof of my mouth a little bit. But I know this won't be my only opportunity to try some grits, so I'll do that again eventually. There's a bunch of scooters everywhere, but I'm too scared to use them because my brother one time used a scooter and he fell so hard that his hands were all fucked up and now he has scars all over his hand. And I'd be the type of person to fall and fuck myself up. So I would rather use my legs. I'm not gonna lie, my nose is kind of getting itchy because I swear things are blooming over here and my allergies are gonna act up. Holy shit, they have Waymos here. Oh, there's another Waymo. What the fuck? Yeah, but my favorite ever bit about Waymos is that one scene from Silicon Valley where, I'm forgetting his name, where Jared gets into, is his name Jared? Where Jared gets into the car.
Driverless car.
And he's stuck in a car and he can't like stop the car from going anywhere besides this shipping container.
Oh no, 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 no. Stop, let me out.
and he's stuck in there, and he's like, and the shipping container closes, and he's trying to scream for help, but no one helps him.
Okay, Donald, stay calm.
103 hours to destination. Entering sleep mode.
What?
Enjoy your ride.
No. Okay, stay calm. Stay calm. Wait, my phone. No bars, no bars, no bars, no bars.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. I do think that Silicon Valley is like one of my comfort sitcoms. Disgustingly enough, I think it's because of my brother. How many times have I mentioned my brother today? I have no idea. But I do think it's because of my brother, because he like put it on one day and I watched it. By the way, guys, my brother isn't dead. I just keep on talking about him because he's like 6-7 years older than me. Anyways, growing up, especially while he was in college and like my age, he was always going out and traveling and going to new cities and really just checking out the world. And I told myself that I kind of wanted to do the same thing too once I got to his age. So here I am. So I'm not talking about him because I miss him because he's dead. I'm talking about him because, like, I guess it's just a way to tell little me that I did it and I'm doing it. Anyways, here we are at the museum. Wow, okay. Kind of reminds me of Severance in a way. I'm just excited to be somewhere where there's probably air conditioning. Okay, we made it. I don't have a ticket yet, so I hope that I can purchase the ticket. Oh? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going and see where I end up. So that was really nice and really cool. I learned a lot about Minnie Evans. I was expecting more photography, but there was no, I think like the floor where the photography exhibit was closed, so I didn't get to see any of that, which was really sad. The thing is, I started to get a little tired, so I sat down and I was wondering what else I could do. And I was looking at theaters nearby and I saw that they're showing Oscar-nominated shorts, so I'm gonna go to the documentary screening right now. And after, apparently that new Elvis like film is really good, so I think I might watch that one too. I have a coffee and we're gonna see how the rest of this day goes. I've never seen a bathroom where the toilet is diagonal. A lot of tears were shed. A lot of people were crying. Now I am waiting for Elvis. A little bit of guilt, being like, I'm in a new city, why am I stuck in a movie theater? But there's really nothing else that I can think of that I could do besides eating food or walking around. And I have all day tomorrow to walk around as too, so I'll probably go see more movies.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
There's my ride, I guess. What the fuck? I don't know. Okay, I guess I have to open up my Bluetooth now. What? My freaking initials are up there. Oh my god. Okay.
Hi, Keely.
Hello. Can I have some Harry Styles, please? Also, Also, my phone is connected through Bluetooth, so it's like, why can't I play my own music on here? You know what I mean? Nah, bro. I don't think it knows that I want Harry Styles. Oh, and I got a Max Skips. What the freak? Nah, I don't want this. I don't want this. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? I'm really upset. Why don't you give me Harry Styles? No. How are you expecting me to sing my heart out if you don't even have Harry Styles? Whatever, Waymo. I don't like that. I don't like Waymos. So I couldn't talk about the movie in the Waymo because I got way too nauseous in there. It literally took like 30 minutes to get here, when regularly if you were to take like an Uber or a Lyft, it'd take 15 minutes, but because it was taking back roads and it didn't know how to fucking drive, it took 30 minutes to get here. And remember earlier when I was talking about me being hangry? I'm a little hangry right now. The movie was a full-on documentary, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was expecting or what I thought it would be. I thought I swore that I read somewhere that it was going to be like a mixture of documentary and like narrative, and plus it's from Baz Luhrmann, so I was thinking about his other movies and the fact that they are a narrative, well, based kind of from books and like real life, like Elvis, but I don't know why I didn't think it was going to be a full documentary. And it was a documentary about Elvis's residencies in Vegas. I'm going to get my chicken now. Hello. Thank you. No problem. Chicken. Let's look at the chicken real quick. I got some comeback sauce, tenders. I love how there's pickles and fries and a Coke. But yes. Oh, what am I doing? And I was surprised, honestly, watching the whole entire time, because I was really like seriously thinking in that it was like narrative and that it had some of that embedded in it. So when the footage looked so good, I was so confused. But I guess like it was just restored to its best ability. And just seeing the people in the 1970s Las Vegas and the women go crazy for him. Did y'all know that he would kiss his fans? Literally full on kiss his fans. And Priscilla was like mentioned briefly for like 2 minutes. But he would straight up kiss his fans on the cheek and on the mouth. I think there's something about Elvis that's so American, also considering the fact that he's never played a show outside of America. He's only played shows in America. But there's something about Elvis that's so American that I really didn't grow up really knowing firsthand. So seeing how he affected culture, and also I'm sorry, I'm getting too hungry. I should probably eat. Y'all, I love tenders. Remember, I was talking about tenders earlier. I just learned a lot about Elvis, and if anything, made me respect him a little bit more, because I did watch the Austin Butler film. I don't think I necessarily fell in love with it or like adored it, but this documentary I did. Because I think it just showcased Elvis as a performer more than anything else.
Is it good?
Huh?
Is it good?
It's delicious, thank you. Because I think it did showcase Elvis more as a performer. And that's the reason why we fell in love with him. So in all the movies that I watched today, I think I was the youngest person in the audience. My phone's like gonna die. but I kind of want to walk home. Which might be stupid because it's late at night, but I don't want to pay for another freaking Waymo, bro. I don't want to pay for a Waymo. We're never paying for a Waymo ever again, bro. I had like two opposite sides of the spectrum today because one of the first drivers the driver that I had to the theater was this woman who was really nice and talkative. And usually she really opened up to me about why she's doing Uber. And she mentioned it's because she said she was a senior project manager. And that she realized that her job was most likely going to do layoffs. So she started doing Uber, and honestly, she really hasn't regretted it because she used to be a bartender and she loves talking to people. And she was like, and if God forbid, like, what if I want to just like pivot in my life? Like, I don't have any kids or anything, like, I can do it. And like, I guess at this point I'm just waiting to get laid off if they do decide to do that. But at least I know that I'm trying something new. I was like, girl, we're in the same boat. Okay, so what the map says is that I am on the completely other side of town. I really do want to try. I want to attempt this. So I'm going to attempt it. And if I just begin to feel tired or uncomfortable, I can always order a car home. And it will literally be less than 15 minutes away. So let's see how Atlanta looks at night. From one side of Midtown to the other. Guys, I basically did it. I had to take off my jacket because I started getting hot. But I basically did it. I have 5 minutes of my walk left. Honestly, it wasn't bad. I had to just walk through Georgia Tech, and that was the majority of the walk.
I flippin' did it.
Now I'm sweaty, and I can't wait to get into that bed. Tomorrow morning, I'm thinking I might want to go watch the sunrise in the park. Who knows if it's gonna be cloudy or not, but I'm gonna start to get ready to go to bed.
There's only me and you.
I don't really know where I'm going. I don't have any more money on my debit card. I only have $4 left.
Make some noise for your winner tonight. Oh,